Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new game on this channel. This is Hitman Codename 47, the game that started off one of the best franchises that there is going in my opinion. It's one that I've only really played a small selection of the games from, but it's still something I kind of hold dear. My first exposure to the Hitman franchise was Hitman Blood Money. And then from there Absolution, and then eventually decided I was going to broaden my horizons and play some of the older games as well. This was, I think around about the time that the new games were coming out, none of which I've played. I will do eventually on this channel, but for now we're going to start with Codename 47, the very first game in the series. Now, if you look around on YouTube, I tend to find that there are two different playthroughs for all Hitman games, not just this one, and they fall into two broad categories. They're either terrible at the game and they have no idea what they're doing and they're fumbling their way through all the levels and killing just about everybody going, or they are people who are intimately familiar with every tiny detail of the game, pulling off incredible runs in kind of achieving silent assassin ratings on every level in ways that I don't want to say, well, sometimes even break the game. Others just in a way that would be incredibly unrealistic as a first approach. Now, if we rewind back to the end of 2018, I was thinking about making this game, this series, the first few games I started on this channel. I thought I'd go back and play through them blind. What I quickly found was a blind playthrough of the Hitman games. It's not particularly good because there's an awful lot of trial and error involved in getting through these games in one piece. And the satisfaction comes from mastering the levels, not just taking out the target. No, mastering, in my opinion, means something quite different to what some of the videos on YouTube portray. So, the goal for this Let's Play is to create a silent assassin playthrough, but in a more cinematic way. No kind of exploits or just ridiculous strategies that you'd never be able to pull off. I want to try and create something watchable, but also kind of showing off the depth of the game and all the different strategies that exist in it.
Wake up, my friend. It's the dawn of a new day, and you have things to do. I will guide and teach you, and you will learn by doing. Always remember, I am not only your guide and mentor. Think of me as the person you trust the most. The skills you learn today will not only be useful, but vital for performing the tasks I have chosen for you. You see, you have been carefully selected. You are very special to me.
Okay, here we are then, and we have another 2000s era tutorial to get through, much the same as we had in Half-Life. We'll be able to directly compare the two. Let's start by heading up the door here.
You are learning fast, my friend. I knew you would. Now, go and find some clothes to put on.
Now, there's going to be an awful lot of talking from that disembodied voice throughout this first episode, so I'm going to stay mostly silent and just let him explain what's going on.
Excellent. It's time to move on, my friend. Go to the door and let us proceed with the next lesson. You are doing very well. Next task is to enter the next room.
A difficult task, I'm sure you agree.
Good. As you can see, things are moving faster now as you learn. It's time to speed things up a little bit. You will now have the possibility to train your agility and strength through these exercises. You can scale walls, climb ladders, jump across and over obstacles. Take your time here. As I said earlier, you are training for a special purpose, and your basic skills and dexterity will determine your level of success later. Don't be afraid. Go ahead and climb, jump, or scale the wall.
What an outrageous accent he's got. Anyway, let's go.
See? That wasn't so hard, was it? You are doing just fine, my friend. Now continue the next exercise.
Up the ladder we go then. We have our signature suit now. An iconic video game character look. And we have quite a big gap to leap across as well. See if we can't back down this ladder here. Easier said than done, believe me. Head into the gap here. And this is done.
You are doing just fine. Now take the elevator and let's continue to the next lesson.
Okay, down we go. Basement 3 then. The controls in this game are not at all what you expect them to be if you're familiar with later Hitman games. They kind of exist in their own world entirely. Look at this enormous crosshair in the middle of the screen as well. Right, close combat training ground. In we go.
You are an excellent pupil, my very best so far. But then again, I knew you would be. We are now moving on to more complicated issues. I'm sure you are ready for it.
Okay, let's turn around. Pick up some goods here. Pentagon
Very
knife.
good. The Pentagon Oyabun knife. Excellent choice for close man-to-man combat. Handy and silent when you wish to avoid detection. Blades are 440C high-carbon stainless steel with a traditional style. Now let me see you practice your handiwork in this discipline. See that dummy over there? It's yours for the taking.
Alright, let's get it.
Not bad. You will soon get the hang of this. Now try a frontal attack. Good, good. Very good. Excellent. It's time to move on, my friend. Proceed with the next item.
Okay, what else have we got on this table? Pick the way.
Ah,
Fiber wire.
piano wire. The choice of a real pro. Now let us go and get wired. Try it out on the dummy over there.
You can sneak up behind people in this game with a piano wire. Pull it tight.
Not bad. You will soon get there.
And take care of them.
It's time to move on, my friend. Proceed with the next item.
Into the pistol shooting range.
You are an excellent pupil. It is a pleasure to see you at work. At this speed, you will soon have perfected your skills. I mean all of your efforts and results. Keep this up, and you will be second to none. Now go to the table and choose your weapon.
So we've got a choice of weapons here. We'll start out with the Beretta 92.
A fine semi-automatic 9mm pistol. This model is used by military and law enforcement units worldwide. It holds 15 rounds in a clip. Now load it.
Okay, we've got our inventory here. So we've got the Beretta 92, Pentagon knife, fiber wire. We've got two of those apparently, somehow. Let's pull that back out. And it's already loaded, so we can walk forwards and try it out on the shooting range around this corner. We've got a scoreboard here. Let's try and take out. You can see the kind of accuracy it's got. Not tremendous, but it can get the job done at this range. And we can press that. See how we did. Scoreboard's gone up, so we got 31 points there. Let's send that back out and try out one of the other weapons. So we also had the hardballer.
Excellent. An AMT hardballer. A fine stainless steel work. Now let's try it out, shall we? And be wary of the recoil. Needless to say, this is not a toy.
Okay, let's put away our weapons, because you see he was trying to dual wield there. We don't need that. We can pick up this ammo, reload the gun, and head back out to the shooting range. We'll see how it compares. Slightly more accurate. Only 20 that time. But it does more damage per shot. Let's send that back out again. And last up, we have the Desert Eagle here.
Ah, a very fine choice. A sturdy and noisy companion. But you will still get the last word in most discussions with this one. It's a .50 Action Express with a capacity of 7 bullets in a clip. It's a semi-automatic, length 6 inches, 15.9 centimeters by 32 millimeters, weight 1.897 grams, sides fully adjustable, minute 3 dot. It's a loud showstopper, so don't use it in situations where neatness counts. Try and load it now. Good. Now for some target and reloading practice. Step over to the shooting range.
Let's pick up the rest of this ammo here. Okay, 7 shots in a Desert Eagle this size. Let's move forwards. I see a lot of games getting that wrong and giving it 8, 9 bullets depending on the size. Not so inaccurate, but again, huge amount of damage here. Only 16 that time, so less accurate than the hardballer, but of course, the more powerful the guns, the more damage they're going to do. Anyway, that's us done with that. Let's head through this door.
You are an excellent specimen. Your performance is remarkable, and I must say I am impressed, although I had high hopes for you from the beginning. Now the training becomes much more refined. In this mock-up, you will encounter friends as well as enemies. Your objective here is to discern between them as you make your way through this maze armed with a submachine gun. You can practice single shots as well as controlled bursts of 3 to 4 rounds. Now pick up the weapon and load it. And remember, no more single-hand action, no trying to conceal it, and forget about neatness with these scatterguns.
Now in the later Hitman games, you want to avoid using weapons.
When a high-profile army like the Israelis swear by it, then you know it is quality hardware. This submachine gun, caliber 9mm by 19 Parabellum or 45 ACP, has a magazine capacity of 20, 25, 32 with a blowback operation, closed breech with floating firing pin. Size is 17.1 inches, weight 8.4 pounds empty, rear aperture sights adjustable for windage and front post adjustable for elevation. Now try locking and loading.
I'm reading that straight off the Wikipedia page there.
Now find your way through this city. Red is for bad guys.
Okay, good to know. Let's grab some ammo here. And load our submachine gun. Okay, here we go. Now, I was saying, in later Hitman games, you want to avoid using weapons like this. However, it's in many ways an unavoidable part of Codename 47. Friendly there. Another friendly. Okay, that's that position clear. Let's move forwards again. Side windows look clear. I guess this position is too. And I guess we are all done here. Let's reload, and we're at the end now. Got a score of 37 there. But what we're gonna do, well, we can call the elevator, first of all. But rather than jump in it, we're going to sprint back. And we're gonna try out the other weapon here. Let's put this away first of all.
Excellent. A very persuasive item. A choice for the true professional, emphasized by its widespread use among SWAT teams and special forces around the world. 9mm Parabellum in staggered magazines, 15 or 30 round capacity, blowback operation, closed breech with floating firing pin. Rate of fire 900 rounds per minute. Size 23.75 inches. Weight 6.14 pounds empty. Rear aperture sights adjustable for windage and front post adjustable for elevation. Try handling bring it.
Agent 47's a bit like Doom Guy in the respect that he can handle or store a ridiculous amount of weapons on his person. Anyway, let's move forwards here again, and we're going to go through this shooting range a second time. We'll try to go through a bit quicker this time. This is a much better weapon than the Uzi here. More accurate, faster firing. Okay, we're done this position. Move up. Okay, move up again. Okay, let's sprint to the finish here. 38 there, so we got fractionally better. It will score you on where you hit on the targets, but we're not going to spend any more time doing that. Let's put this away and move on with our training. So back up to basement 2 now, the middle level. Okay.
Congratulations! Only the best of the best reach this level. All previous levels will seem crude and basic compared to the complicated and refined tactics needed to perform well at this point. These exquisite, finely tuned sniper rifles are easy to conceal, as they can be separated and assembled within minutes with a snap-on action. In this special shooting range, you will experience conditions very similar to situations you will encounter after the completion of your education here. Single shot action is what you do here. Short, sharp, and sweet. Now approach the table and pick a rifle to practice with and check out how to load and assemble it.
Okay, let's do that. Now you mentioned the sniper rifle, so let's go for that one first. Again, several different shooting ranges with different ranges here. What have we got? We have the R93 sniper rifle.
Covers a wide range of applications, owing to its outstanding accuracy over long distances. The fast, simple handling is in this case an indispensable safety and security factor. This well-developed weapon provides marksmen with a superior performance potential, which can be relied upon to the full in any conceivable situation.
Pick up some ammo for it here. Okay, let's move up here. Okay, we've got even more sniper ammo, so we'll grab all that. Zero. Our target right down at the end there. Oh yes, I forget. You've got to click shoot to go into the scope here, so it is not a weapon you want to be caught with. Wait for my sights to steady. There's no holding your breath feature in this game, but if you just wait and are patient, eventually your breathing will come more and more under control. Smaller and smaller area, but even the slightest movement will kick it off again. You can see how carefully he's targeting now. Let's try and get all 5 shots in the center here. Hit me a little bit low. There we go, that's more like it. You'll see how speeding up the rate at which we fire is increasing the amount of sway on the rifle. Okay, I think we are done there. Oh, I've got 1 shot left. Okay, let's fire the one. Last one on target. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, that's us done for real now. Oh, okay, no, it's a single shot. Right, let's bring that back. Target 47. Long way for the target to come. Now I can't store this sniper rifle in my coat, so I will just drop it here. And we'll move on to the next weapon. Here we have a Kalashnikov, AK-103.
A classic and long-time favorite for warring factions around the world. This weapon was developed for the Russian motorized infantry and adopted for service by the Soviet Army in 1949, who designated it the AK-47 after the inventor Kalashnikov and the year he invented it. It's a very simple and sturdy assault rifle with big power and no frills.
So I think the 103 was a later model of this gun. Let's pick up the ammo here. Ton of it, and see if we can't get some targets on. See, very inaccurate here. I think only one of my bullets hit there. So at this range, not an ideal weapon at all. But at closer range, it will make short work of anyone you come across. Yeah, so very dispersed. Let's drop that. Is this another one the same? I think it might be. Yes, it is indeed. So the last one we've got to pick up is not the ammo,
this
but the shotgun.
affordable pump-action shotgun is a surefire hit within 50 meters. If you prefer adjustable open sights, the Monte Carlo stock promotes fast sight alignment. Available in 12 gauge, with choice of either 20-inch fully rifled barrel for sabot or standard slugs, or 20-inch fixed improved cylinder barrel for rifled slugs or buckshot.
Okay, let's pick up the shotgun ammo. You can see how his wrist is bending here. There we go. Why not? I'll pick up the rest of this rifle ammo too. There we go, fully stocked. And there's a few more bits here. Again, I'm not expecting much in the way of accuracy for this weapon. You can see the kind of spread. Only one shell is hitting, but it seems dead accurate down the middle here. At least one of them. See, all the way to 62 just by getting those bullseyes. So you can trust that at least one pellet, pellet's probably not the right word, is going to hit the target, but unless it's extreme close range, yeah, look at that dead center, it's not going to be too effective. Now again, this being Hitman Codename 47, we're going to expect to use all these weapons here. There are plenty of levels that are kind of traditional assassination missions, but at this point in the series, it's still kind of finding its feet, and it doesn't really know what it wants to be at a number of points throughout the game. Whether it wants to be an assassin game or not. And you can really tell, like, the best levels in this game, or two of them I'm thinking of specifically at the moment, but I won't talk about them just yet. Those are the ones that would go on to be the main inspiration for the rest of the franchise, and they would use those two levels and model the rest of the games on them. The other ones were kind of discarded. Now anyway, we are sneaking up on someone here. Let's use it. What do I want to use? Desert Eagle sounds particularly unpleasant, so let's use that. As soon as he sees me here, down he goes. Let's move up. Now you don't want to be stung by him, otherwise it's game over for you. Let's take his uniform here. Were we supposed to be here or not? It's not clear to you at first. Open the door here. This guy here comes to investigate. And when he doesn't see anything out of the ordinary, no weapons in our hands, and we're dressed as one of the orderlies, he lets us through. So we can continue on. You'll notice behind him here, there's a closet, but nothing in it. We'll see an explanation for that a bit later on. For now though, let's head out of here. Open the door, and through we go.
Thanks very much for watching, guys. For this month in January, I'm doing a different game each week, and the two games that get the best response I'm going to continue forwards with in February. So if you like the video and you want to see more, please leave a comment below.